Welcome back to Halftime. I'm Jessica Coody, and it's time for the University of Nebraska President's Halftime Show with President Jeff Gold, where we visit and catch up on all the things that are happening across the university. President Gold, good to see you again. I know we had some big news recently in terms of a really, really prestigious award, the NCAA Impact Awards, which is just recognizes one female and one male student athlete across each NCAA division, and a Husker recently won that award. What can you tell us about that?
Well, isn't that absolutely amazing? But to me, not surprising that it's not consistent year over year. So one of our track and field athletes, Michaelan Moore, was announced as the male recipient for the NCAA Division I just about a week or so ago. He distinguished himself not only for being an amazing athlete in competition, earned multiple, and I mean multiple, All-America honors in the triple jump and long jump, excelled academically in leadership as well as in community service. So very deserving, and all I can say is, knowing our student athletes, I look forward to many more.
Absolutely, I agree with you there. The Higher Learning Commission recently approved joint accreditation for UNL and UNMC, which were formerly accredited separately. What does this milestone mean for the University of Nebraska system as a whole?
Well, it's a really big deal to establish the structure that we had from I guess it goes back even to 1913 up to 1968 when the separation occurred. So essentially, we're reestablishing a single accreditation model so that from the perspective of the outside world, we'll be looked at as a single university. So that means all of the academic honors, all of the research grants and contracts are all going to be combined, increasing rankings and ratings and recognition. And very important to me, is right now, if there's a student who does 2 years of fill-in-the-blank health professions, nursing, let's say, and then transfers to UNMC, they are counted as a dropout from UNL. And all they're really doing is going down the street. And so we will solve that problem as well. What it's not going to mean are major changes in structure, major changes in governance. It's not going to mean, last time I checked, there's no College of Medicine on the UNL campus, and there's no College of Law on the Med Center campus. So there's very little academic overlap. So it's just perfect synergy. And it's taken over a year to put this together. It's just a lot of hard work by a lot of people. And so, it's time.
Oh, great stuff. Well, from the perspective of athletics, campus culture, and broader student experience, how might students in Husker Nation feel the positive impact of this joint accreditation in the coming years?
Well, there is no question that they're going to feel that they're part of something bigger than themselves. Just to give you an idea, it will elevate our research rankings from approximately 120th or 125th in the nation to, using last year's statistics, and I haven't seen this year's numbers yet, to somewhere between 50 and 55th in the nation. And, students and faculty and the community are going to be very proud to see us in the light that we need to be viewed in. It'll make us look far more like our peers structurally and in the eyes of the accrediting body. You think our Big Ten peers, for instance, much more like Ohio State, much more like Michigan, much more like Northwestern, etc. And it's just, as I said, a high time and an opportunity for our students to feel that they can transfer back and forth between programs more easily. Our faculty can apply for grants together more easily because there'll be a single research and sponsored program grant number that they will have. Financial aid will be completely integrated, so when a student passes from one program to another, they'll never have to reapply for financial aid again. It's just a lot of really good things that will happen as a result of this.
Oh, that's great news. Well, for the past month or so, we've been talking a lot about the We Give Blood competition that's going on among all Big Ten schools, and the contest is coming up soon, December 5th, so less than a month out, no less than a couple weeks now, and we are neck and neck with Wisconsin for first place. I was astounded learning some of the numbers, record-breaking numbers of the people that have given blood. It's a great competition for a good cause, but we're right there, right? What update do you have for us this week?
Well, we're going back and forth, literally 10 donations up, 10 donations down every single day. But, as you said, the best news here is we've now exceeded 200,000 lives saved as a result of this healthy competition. But for all you Huskers out there, all the fans, all the Big Red lovers, this is the time to do your thing. Roll up your sleeves, donate. If you donated a couple months ago, you're certainly eligible to donate again, and we need to make a big push. And for other reasons, this is the time of year that blood donation becomes even more critical. As you might imagine, due to some of the holidays, sometimes people skip their donation programs and don't show up. So this is a time we can do good, we can do well, and we can win.
All right, and again, you can log it at big10.org/Abbott or Huskers.com/GiveBlood if you want more information. All right, President Gold, before we wrap up, any other words for Husker Nation here today?
Well, obviously, we're all following the trajectory of the volleyball team, the amazing start of the season for both women's and men's basketball, and so many others. It's just been an incredible couple of weeks to see the joy, to talk to our coaches, etc. And of course, in case we're all thinking about those that we really care about, Dylan is still healing up from his leg fracture, and we certainly wish him and wish his family the very best as that healing occurs, and look forward to seeing him back in full strength.
Great stuff. Appreciate your time, and we'll chat with you again, I guess, coming up next week here for the final home game of the season, final regular season game. Hard to believe, right?
Look forward to it. See you then.
Again, President Jeff Gold here with us on our halftime show. We're going to step aside for a break. More coming up right after this.